crazy day. What a crazy day. Apparently there's a curfew. Aha, there it is. Looks great. Looks great. Is that coming through 2K? I got squeaky ducks. Squeaky ducks. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky ducks. I kind of wanted to talk about the curfew, the riots, so-called riots. I'm not sure they've ever been to a riot. I know I haven't, and I've seen some weird shit, but nothing bad. Except the chaos on the Brooklyn Bridge. I remember that. That was... I remember... see if I can even handle this solo. I have no plan. Shit. Let's try this. Post it to me and we'll... Come on, why doesn't it fucking ever update the goddamn thumbnail? That is so annoying. Fucking get it right, YouTube. Fucking... I'll use my own image. You pricks. Man. Anyway. Chaos on the Brooklyn Bridge. It was quite a moment, I actually have, I don't know if I have some video from it. I could dig it up and share with you guys. But there was a couple moments, yeah. Basically going onto the Brooklyn Bridge. You have, basically diverts. You got the road, the car deck, and then you walk upwards, and then you're on the upper deck where there's a bike lane and a walking lane. Not a this way, that way lane, which everybody fucks up. But there's a bunch of protesters led onto the bridge, and I recall it. Actually, I don't have any viewers, so I'm talking to no one. But this gets recorded, so it'll be good. But essentially, led them all on the Brooklyn Bridge, or a bunch of them. I went up on the deck because I just wanted to get photos. And that's usually what I do. I try to stay on the outskirts. I try to document and observe, kind of play Overwatch, and then scream, shout at people if you see anything funky. Like, hey look, there's some police vans backing down the way. We're gonna get trapped. Might want to run. Because it's not worth... you should be expected to get arrested, or clash with the police, or... My theory is, my method, my modus operandi, the reason in everything I do, live to fight another day on your best terms. Why would you ever fight a losing battle? Suicide, unless you're suicidal. And even then it's questionable, because it won't be that quick. That's the thing, you tie up resources, you tie up this, you tie up that. I mean, go and protest, please. It's not... I've done my fair share. This curfew shit is bullshit. I don't understand it. But, Wendy's. See, it's live. I can't do anything about it. But anyway, you can't do the curfews. Use them to your advantage. What? Use them to your advantage? How is that an advantage? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're going to try and lock down an entire area at nighttime with limited visibility. That's the time to move. You can easily distract them. Anyone putting on a curfew. And this is what I don't understand. We don't have crowd tactics. They do. And you people get owned to the point where what's on the news as a riot, that ain't a riot. A lot of Europe has this figured out, which is why the police don't even bother having guns at the time, because there's this dynamic and there's a general understanding that you're not trying to kill each other. But we haven't reached that yet. But no, you got to use these things to your advantage. They're unique opportunities to speak your message. It's a unique platform to have a curfew, because they're saying it's time for bed. Well, you and whose army? What the fuck is that shit? Guess what? If your buddy calls you, curfew's at midnight, right? Buddy calls you at 1 o'clock. He wants to purchase a certain product from you at that moment in time, because no one plans for these things, especially when there's a curfew. Price just went up. Black market. Right? Use these things to your advantage. Make it so that they just don't even bother. You can't. You're so out. You outnumber them like a gajillion to 1. And people take to looting and shit. I mean, I can sort of understand that it's just like, it's just the way the crowd does it. But you need offensive and defensive tactics. You need both. I don't care if you're peace, love, hippie, yeah, great. Learn to swing and learn when to run. Because oftentimes if you don't run and everybody else is running, you're fucked. It's the way it is. You'll get trampled. You gotta know how to move with a crowd. You gotta understand that the guy all the way over there, if he trips and falls, and you're lined up you could be 20, 30 people away. That will still affect the momentum in some way. Will it stop it? No. No, it won't stop for nothing. But you got to be aware. You got to be aware of your place in the machine as a cog. This isn't mean to say just absolve your individualism or whatever, but no, in order to survive, you have to understand. I spent extensive time studying humans in crowded environments. Density. The density of the environment. High ground, low ground, whatever. Basically, the effect of the physical environment on your psychology and on the results of any mass movement, that they're directly related. There's a reason the courthouse stairs are up here. There's a reason they've elevated their plinth. There's a reason they have these towering columns and these giant porticos and fancy facades and weighing down with this bleak, whitewashed bullshit. You realize that's all on purpose, right? Yeah. Fucks with you. And I don't know why people don't get it. You look at Penn Station, for instance. It's garbage. It's garbage for a reason. It's the busiest hub. Fuck Grand Central. They try to maybe holiday visitors for some reason, but you look at Penn Station. How many people? I forget my stats as my own thesis. But essentially, in Manhattan alone, you're having 2 to 2.5 million people coming in or out of the city. You have an ephemeral population that nearly doubles in size over the course of the day. And you're concentrating them in these key locations. It's quite an operation. I guess with the new Port Authority, World Trade Center, that kind of alleviated a lot of the Jersey traffic, but I digress. The idea is being aware of the crowd, being aware of your place in the crowd, and being aware of what you can and cannot do. Because there are things you cannot do. You will not move a crowd the way you want to move it. You can influence it, you can suggest it. The best thing you can do is distract it, which is what the police do quite effectively. Essentially, you'll have, oh my god, there's layers and layers and layers of it to give the illusion that there's more there, and they'll rotate, or they'll leave vehicles, or it just gives the impression, you know, if there's a bunch of cop cars on the street, it makes it look like, yeah, look, there's a bunch. There really isn't. They can't move them all at once. They can't mobilize that way that quickly. That has to pull from somewhere else. And that's why these curfew situations are fucking hilarious. What are they watching? Okay, sun's up. We can riot now. What? What? I don't. It's an oppressive measure to keep you from speaking out, and being with your friends, and living life the way you should. Free from that coercive bullshit. And it drives me nuts, man. It drives me nuts. I don't understand how you could condone that, or how you would, it's just not, take advantage of it. Please take advantage of the curfew. Go out and do business as normal. But no one's going to do it, and you'll be isolated. That's kind of the purpose, the fear. The fear is the shadow. It's not really there. All you gotta do is shine a light. It's really not that difficult. But there should be no stopping. At this point, honestly, at this point, I wish I just don't attack physically. Don't aggress with violence. Just be ready to receive it. And I don't mean pacifism. I don't mean laying down and taking it in the ass. I mean, they're going to use it against you. No matter what you do, they will use everything against you they can. Who's they? The enemy in your mind. They don't really exist. All of them are humans. Not that different from yourself. It's just they have orders, and they have a stronger idea. They have a stronger image in their minds than you have an image in your mind of how it should be. That's all it is. It's a mental game. It's a mental game. I'm gonna say that to the guy that was getting hit with the billy clubs. Well, they have a very strong image then. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You have to imagine it to make it happen. Which is why they're so perverted. But no, distractions and stuff, those are great. Those are great. You can easily manipulate their actions. And it's just, you need a coordinator. You need a director. These protests need a proper director. Because for the most part, your natural tendencies to cooperate in the crowd are bullshit. They're non-existent. They're untrained, unused, unevolved. You guys are fucked. And that's why my comrade, I have a good comrade of mine. What's you commies? No, comrade. We're working to attain the same goal. We are brothers. Not just in arms. In fact, almost without arms. Almost. Just our intent to use them is limited. Because it doesn't get you anything. It doesn't get you anything. At this part of the game, it's not war. It's a mind game. Play the mind game. That's what I do. I wanna start putting together some useful pamphlets. Maybe in PDF format for all y'all to print at your own need. But to talk about crowd control methods, go and be interested and study these things. And if I can put a couple ideas in your mind before you even ever need it, well, you may even never need it. Perfect. But this is an idea to give you the tools necessary to deal with these situations. It's vital for your survival. It's vital for your survival. It's vital for my survival that I have you to survive with. You realize we're all in this together, right? It doesn't matter what color or flag or bullshit. None of that matters. None of that matters. What's important is your dedication and refusal to initiate violence. Initiate violence. Do not initiate violence. If someone is a provocateur in your crowd, ostracize them immediately. I mean it. Ostracize them immediately. You do not want that. And I guarantee you they're not with you. Guarantee you they're not with you. I guarantee you tomorrow they put on a badge. Guaranteed. They create the reason if you don't give it to them. Use that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. That is a perfect vetting process. I can't say it enough. Use your own mistakes. Use their mistakes. Own them. Own them and be a fucking human. And you can do a lot more. We can work a lot. We can do a hell of a lot more together. So, I wanted to, I was hoping someone would have hopped on with me tonight, but I'll do a little solo video. I do go with the 20 minutes. Whatever. But the idea, well, information is your ultimate weapon. Information is your ultimate weapon. Information is your ultimate weapon. You can use it, you can withhold it, you can whatever. It's the best. The more people that have a wider knowledge set and skills, or just an awareness of, the smoother the machine works. Because when you are in these crowd situations, when you are in these protests, you're not just the cog. You're not just the cog. You're part of the process. Don't mean you don't have to assimilate, but it would be good to be aware of what you can provide and what you can prevent. Alright, I got a minute left before I hit the 20-minute mark. But, yeah, pretty much. I believe we're going to call it Accomplice. I just wish I had more time. Wish I had more time to get going on that. Yes, wonderful, wonderful pamphlets to give you the general knowledge necessary to combat the wanton police state. Curfews don't exist, my friends. Use their mistakes against them as well. Use it to your advantage. It's easier than you think. All you have to do decide. Peace.